Hey, this is Anthony from RevZilla. Watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Rukka AirAll Jacket, available at RevZilla.com. This is the AirAll from Rukka, a step forward in style, a step forward in comfort, and a step forward in materials in their basically mid-range, two-season, hot weather, sport-oriented option. Now, that's a mouthful. What does it mean? It means it's replacing the Air Rider for 2017, and it means we're excited about it. Let me break that down for you. If we look at it, first off, the styling is going to be a step forward. It's much more contemporary. If we look at it, this is the black version in orange. It has some piping that works its way in subtly. They've ditched the contrast stitching. It's a much cleaner look. Now, I'll tell you, there's a black silver piped version, which is my personal favorite. Sorry, I don't mean to betray the orange. There's also a cement version, which is a lighter color. The other thing that they've added to this basically Cordura AFT bomb-proof jacket is they've added AFT Plus now. So I'm going to get into Cordura AFT and why that's so much better than a mesh jacket that absolutely breathes for two-season hot weather riding. But this jacket actually breathes better than the previous version because now you have AFT Plus, which is still a woven Cordura, but it runs along your non-impact areas. And ultimately, it's a lighter weave that will flow more air. So you're buying this jacket, you're optimizing for late spring, all summer, early fall, when it's the hottest outside without sacrificing the protection scheme. That's why woven Cordura is so much better than mesh. And now you have AFT Plus to just upgrade the breathability. The other thing they've changed is fit, and it's a good moment to segue into fit. You can see this is a nice clean line. It's going to be your waist-length jacket. One of my gripes on the previous version was that it had a little bit less of a circumference around the forearms than we liked here in the US market. So what they've done, they've given you a little bit more circumference, they've ditched one of the adjuster snaps, and ultimately it gave you a stretch panel right here along the forearm. So now you're just going to get better ergonomics. Now, for frame of reference, Hive is Brian, to my left, 6 foot 185, 42-inch chest. He wears a size 50 in Rukka. If you use the size charts, it will tell you to be a 52. If you're a 42 chest, go a size down. All of the Rukka stuff, in my opinion, fits about a half size to a full size larger. So you need to take a step back based on what the size chart says. And you can always call us for help if you're having any issues there. You see how it sits on this frame. Light adjustability. I would consider this a sport-to-sport touring fit. Not overly baggy, not overly aggressive either. You can wear this in a multitude of riding scenarios. Now remember, if you're concerned about fit, we ship free over 39 bucks. And I'd love it if you click our logo, subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel, leave your comments, requests, your feedback on the new AirAll. Now, stock features that the Air Rider had that the AirAll keeps moving forward. It's Rukka D3O Air. This is an elbow forearm. You also get the shoulders, which are massive, stock in this jacket, and they are all removable. Notice, it is the molecular armor from D3O. It's Rukka's own proprietary formula, which is going to be temp stable, thick. It also is extremely ventilated. Again, this is a massive piece for an elbow forearm, and I will tell you that the shoulders are about that big as well. They are all encompassing. Now, I will tell you as well that you can add the new Rukka Back CE Level 2 back protector to this jacket as well. There's going to be an insert as well as an insert panel for the full back, which is CE Level 1. So now you have the ability to fully overhaul that. Keep that in mind. The other thing, and we talked briefly about it when we talked about the AFT Plus, is the full chassis of this jacket is really Cordura AFT, and you see it right here on the front. This is a big step up over the mesh you'd see from anybody else, and it is basically woven Cordura, dual panel, and it's meant to flow a ton of air and breathe. It doesn't flow the same amount of air that a mesh would, but it is tremendously more protective. And again, you're getting the AFT Plus on the insides of the arms and away from the impact zones that will flow air like you typically see from another mesh. The difference is when you go down in this stuff is going to absolutely slide with you versus disintegrate like you'd see from a lighter mesh in other motorcycle jackets. In my opinion, many times if you're buying a lesser motorcycle mesh jacket, that is really just a textile chassis to keep the armor in place, and you know it's going to basically break up pretty quickly at speed. Again, that is par for the course with mesh jackets. Cordura AFT on the Rukka AirAll, or really the step up, which is the 4Air jacket, take it to the next level. Now, we already talked about the difference in the styling cues that work their way down the shoulder and work their way into the arm. Has a little bit of a contemporary tech feel to it. I like it. I like this jacket in a multitude of scenarios. Sport touring, sport commuting. Again, whether you're riding a multi-strata all blacked out or you're riding maybe more of a sport bike going with the cement option, you do have the flexibility there. The other thing to call out is you do have reflective areas of this jacket. The Rukka logo here, you're going to see the Rukka logo in an anthracite reflectivity along the shoulders. You can see how dark that is. In the production version, this R is actually actually going to be that material. It's going to be baked in, and it's also going to be reflective, but it's going to be low profile. And again, that's the Rukka R. If we look at the collar, they did make one change this year over year, that I'm not the biggest fan of. Again, the price went up a hair. You're still just under that $500 mark, but they went to a fully adjustable, more normalized micro Velcro collar. Notice how that works. You do have the ability to adjust it. You can also loop it back, but the previous version had that high strength rare earth neodymium magnet that was adjustable, and we really like that. We thought that was pretty slick. You're losing that on the new 27 version, but ultimately coupled with the better airflow and the more contemporary style and the ability to upgrade the back protector to level 2, I like the changes net positive, even if you take away the negative, which is changing that collar away from what we thought worked really well. Now, basic hand warmer pockets, you're gonna see down below that snap that comes across the zipper termination so it won't scratch your bike. And they also changed the cuffs. The cuffs used to have a big bulky zipper. They've streamlined that. It's now a lateral side Velcro that allows you to cinch it down really tight or make room if you have a bulkier glove that's going to go underneath. They gave you more flexibility there, but they ultimately streamlined it by losing that zipper. And you still have the 3-position snap at the bicep. If Hyvis Brian's been hitting the gym, he now has the ability in the in-season or off-season to change how this jacket fits. Sorry, Hyvis Brian, I know you need that. Turn face away from me. Stop looking at me. Go away. Now, if Brian turns to the left, one of the things I like to home in on these jackets is the massive size of the D3O Air shoulder protectors. They are absolutely huge, and they are molecular. Remember, molecular armor, when you introduce a shock, the molecules become rigid, they disperse that energy, they lengthen the time of absorption and transfer, and ultimately that's how you manage energy through limb armor. And Rukka D3O Air is one of the best on the market. If we move down, we've talked about the elbow. Notice the dual reinforced panes here along the elbow over top of that armor. That's more AFT+. It's not an AFT+ panel by itself because that would be lesser than the Cordura AFT. It's actually reinforced AFT+ over normal Cordura AFT, so you are getting that dual layer of protection. If Hyvis Brian opens his arm up just like that, more AFT+ up along the side, and you're also going to see just a basic cinch down along the waist. Remember, this is waist length. There's also the 4 Air, which is a step up, and you can see, if you get a shot as you scoot down a little bit, there's also the AirAll pant that Hyvis Brian's wearing as well. So if you want to go hardcore 2-season for hot weather riding, you do have the ability to put it all together and have the Rukka pieces match, but also either go with the AirAll outfit or the 4 Air outfit, which is a step up, gives you Gore-Tex inclusive of the pants as well. Hyvis Brian, turn face away from me, or actually back there, you know what I mean. If we look at the back, you still have your reflective R. Remember, you can do the all back CE level 2 protector, which does not come in the jacket, but it's really nice, and they even blacked out one side of it, so when you put it in, you won't see the orange protector through the mesh itself or through the Cordura AFT, which is a nice touch. And again, just a clean line as it always comes together. Rukka is a Finnish company. They've been doing textiles for about 100 years. They are known for the quality and the materials of the textile. The Finns just are in general. And one of the things you can see here is they gave you the contrast piping, but they made all of the safety stitching tonal. So you still get that dual stitch, which is so strong, but it's not popping, it's not throwing off the line of the jacket. Come back around the front from there, HVB, and open this guy up. So if Hyvis Brian opens up the AirAll jacket and reveals his visibility, he rolls like this every day. It's become a thing. You can see basic mesh. It's wicking along the inside. You are going to have dual Napoleon pockets here. You have a nice fleecy liner, same liner that we saw up around the collar on the 4 Air jacket as well. It's like a micro corduroy, very soft. If you're sweating into it, it will wick. It won't chafe you. It'll be really comfortable. And notice that he's got his AirAll pants on as well. We do have a 360-degree zip that goes all the way around with a big YKK Vislon zipper. You have the ability to connect that. You could also use the crotch strap that comes up from underneath to keep this down and in place. It's more of a European feature. A lot of folks in the US do like it. Notice the inside this way. We talked about the secondary Napoleon pocket. The other thing that's really cool, zip it back up for me, Brian, is inside the left hand warmer pocket. You can remove it. It does have a roll top, fully waterproof pouch for your wallet, for your phone. Again, you get that because the basis of this jacket is fully breathable and it does not have the Gore-Tex lining. You'd have to step up to the 4 Air to get that. So if you get caught by Mother Nature, you're going to get wet. But that's the nature of the beast. And ultimately, you're optimizing for the most maximum airflow and protection scheme, again, with the quality of the finished manufacturer at the high end. But what I really dig about this is about half the price of the 4 Air jacket. So you're basically getting a similar chassis. Again, remember, under the $450 or under the $500 mark in that $450 range. Now, the next step in your journey is click the info button, your desktop, your mobile device. Visit the product detail page at RevZilla.com. Read other rider reviews of the AirAll jacket. You should not just take my word for it before you invest in a piece like this. As always, we'll ship for free over $39. If you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel. Stay up to date with our opinion, the latest and greatest in the moto universe. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.